Aloha.
What's up? What's going on? Hope all is well. But I think I have another silly video for you. I mean a silly project, that is. I took a little morning trip and well, I bought something kind of stupid. But basically the title of this video kind of explains what I want to do. And the thing that I bought is something that I need, but we'll get to it a bit later. The thing is that my buddy, actually a while ago now, did park one of his tools nearby, and that red thing over there. Okay, so the story is that my buddy, starting this year, has access to couple of small fields that is very close to moi, and he figured it would be funny if we used the Kirovets to do some field work on that field. So he brought one of his spare disc Harrows, apparently they're called. I would have never guessed that. For some reason I had a diller in mind, although I don't even know what that means. But yeah, this is one of his, I guess, spare disc Harrows, and he doesn't need it at the moment, so he parked it here. So maybe I could like jerry rig this behind the Kirovets somehow, and then we could use it on the local field just to kind of play around. You know, put some, I mean, let the Kirovets do what it was designed to do, right? Field work. But actually the Kirovets was designed to transport like war stuff, but field work as well. Now I would say this is like kind of small. If you put it behind the Kirovets, I think that guy can even manage 5 times what we have here. But this is a very good tool to start off with, right? Although, in the connection, how are we gonna make it connect to the big guy? That may be a bit tricky. The numbers just kind of make no sense. I need to get that thing over there for sure, but we need to try to figure out what we need to do at the Kirovets first. Shortcut. Let's go this way. I mean, that thing is still broken. What? Golly, this thing is huge. I think we're just gonna break that thing in half. You know, it would be great if we had some type of like triangle that is meant for the Kirovets. Quick attachment for attachments, I guess. Yeah. One thing's for sure though, the center thing, the center pulley, that thing needs to go. That's just scrap steel. That's not worth anything. The current issue with that is that you can't adjust the length. It's like bolt that down over there, so you can't adjust the length of this thing, and it makes hooking up everything, well, impossible basically. You guys remember when I said that I really want to install like a hydraulic cylinder instead of that? Well, actually that's where I came from at the moment. And I do have a couple of options in the trunk over there. They're kind of big though. Check this out. My hand for comparison. Holy hell. Dude. I think this is gonna break the Kirovets in half. What? Okay, so I browsed the interwebs a bit, and this guy was selling these cylinders online, and I got him up. He actually lives pretty close by. Drove over there and decided to buy both of them. He was selling only 2. Now that one is a bit smaller. The stock is 80 millimeters. This one is 100, by the way. But yeah, that one is a bit smaller. but it's a bit longer than this thing. Before I went and bought the things, I did some measurements, and like maximum length 1.2 meters would work, but it's still kind of long. The black one is 1.2 meters exactly, so it's a bit long, but it might work. This one though is 1 meter, I believe, or maybe it was slightly less. So lengthwise, perfect, but fatness-wise, overgo. That one is fatness-wise perfect, lengthwise kind of long. So I'm not really sure which one I'm gonna choose. That's why I bought both of them. I mean, the guy was only asking like 200 bucks for each, so felt like a good deal, I would say. I mean, look at the size of these things. Holy hell! A cylinder like this for 200 bucks. What? It's not even ovaled out or anything. It's in perfect health. Well, actually, I don't know what the stock looks like. Maybe that's messed up and a bunch of rusty business over there. I mean, you can't pull that stock out to check the condition. You need a lot of hydraulic force to push it out. So I'm just gonna... Hopefully it's okay. I'm not sure. Look at the bright side. If we end up using the black one for the Kirovets, then we can use this one to build a new apple press. I think the last apple trees will commit suicide if I do that. Okay, so I need to get them out of the machine somehow. And that one I can lift barely, but this thing is kind of a lot. Plus the Bobcat, I can't use that at the moment. I'm just kind of waiting for spare parts, so that's dead. Luckily, we have like many machines to choose from, right? Maybe the Ackerman. All right, that's dead as well. Doesn't move. Crap. Oh, wait a minute. Joseph works. Joseph. Let's go unload the cylinders. He said no. I'm gonna go wake up old Leo. That guy never disappoints. Talking about, man? I mean, sir, this is a perfect apple press cylinder. It's gonna press the apples even if they're not in the press. Next time, write in the comment section that this type of stuff is happening. I can't see, okay? This is on you. Holy hell. Actually, I think this would even fit better. I mean, look. They kinda look the same, right? Maybe this will even fit better. Look at that thing now. Wow, what the hell happened here? That thing is just completely bent inwards. Yeah, I figured maybe I should have brought like the trailer with me. And then I was like, couple of cylinders, throw them in the trunk. Not such a great idea now. Everything's kind of bent. Yikes! Kirovets is gonna get a valid upgrade. Look at that. Holy hell. I know. Ready for the babes. Such a great old guy. Never lets me down. I should probably do some merch for the old veteran as well, right? He deserves to have his face and everything. Even permanent tattoos. To the ass. But anyway guys. Give me a moment. I need to think. Man, why is it so cold all of a sudden? Also, it looks like a wild concrete bat has joined the chat. Stupid winter. Been thinking for too long. Milline see nüüd oli? Vats, mina ei tea kõik olla. Õi, kummale poole? Türa küll! Cold start in the Kirovets. This should be interesting. Start, you bastard. Ugh. Okay, clearly I'm lacking cranking juice. I need more speed. You know, these two small car batteries, used car batteries, I mean, they're good enough for summer starts, but you know, during the winter time, midagi valesti või? Oota, sa panid need kokku. Whoops. But you know, during the winter time, you need some serious cranking amps to get this guy going. I mean, 800 amps on this one, 800 amps on that one. I think you need at least 1200 or something like that. Actually, I do have a couple of batteries just for this Kirovets. They're waiting, but I don't want to install them before I build new battery boxes. Hopefully soon. Now, I'm not really sure what is smoking more, the chimney or the wires on the battery. Maybe we can get the thing down this way. I think it's that one. I can't see what that thing is doing while I'm cranking, so to tell me. Did anything happen there? Whatever, we got a pop. It's so unfair. I turn the camera there, then the thing explodes. I turn the camera back. That's so unfair. RPMs are that? part of the Kirovets ever. Took forever to cough up that fur ball. Holy hell. Holy hell. I'm afraid to even touch the thing. Hopefully it won't run away on me. Oh yeah, the thing. Looks like the guy finished coughing up all his fur balls. It seems to be running pretty smoothly now. Just in case though, I think I should build like a, you know, some type of a kit behind glass. To break glass in case of a runaway, right? Something like that, but you know, behind the glass. Just in case. Okay, now that we're done digging around, maybe we can get back to work. Goal is pretty simple. Get one of those cylinders, install it in center. Easier said than done though. So, pardon me, but I'm gonna resume the thinking quest again. I should probably stop thinking. Gonna miss all the winter. Maybe we should think harder. I prefer the summertime anyway. But basically I have like 2 ideas. However, I'm not currently sure which one I'm gonna choose. One thing's for sure. That guy needs to get lost. So let's get rid of it. So many individual parts. This part is also separate, but we learned last time that it's kind of seized, so we can't get that out. I'm gonna try to get this piece out without summoning the DNT. Now before you mention this, yes guys, Ant's pants got a pink eye. Now you're never gonna believe what happened though. And one of the little devils beat me up. Yeah, the little chick just kind of headbutted me. I tried to pick her up and rear-ended me like that. Now I know that nobody will ever believe that, but I'm definitely gonna put it on my resume. Ant's pants got beat up by a 6-year-old. I think that will get me all the chops. Okay, that thing is somewhat stuck. No man. Something's gonna explode. Too bad I can't use the big impact on this guy. The stupid thing in the way. Lekker nacht, kui see jama siit siis sai. There we go, baby. The fine thread bolts, if they are on for forever, then they will not come off very easily. Good job. Basically, I need to get that bushing out of there. Then we can just pull the thing off. I'm not sure how I'm gonna go about that though. There's like no good angle to even hammer this thing out. Oh, but it's moving. Wow, look at that. Dude, this was way easier than I thought it's gonna be. Hopefully the other one will cooperate as well. Woo! Hallelujah! Okay, so my two ideas. Idea number one, I'm gonna mount the cylinder onto that pipe. And I can weld some plating around the pipe on both sides, make the connection point somewhere here. And for that I need to get this stuff out of the way. But in order to remove that part or the spring, I need to take the shaft out. And if I want to remove the shaft, I also need to remove the fender plus the wheel, because the shaft won't come out unless I undo those things. Then I can pull the entire assembly up, remove it that way. In either case though, that's huge amount of work that I don't really want to do. Maybe we can cheat somehow. Basically I can undo that, then this entire assembly will go that way. I can place it here out of the way, and it's not going to bother me. It can kind of just stay there, I think. Now as for the spring though, this is a bit tricky. If I put it too much there, it's going to start interfering with stuff. If I put it too much there, it's going to start interfering with stuff. So it's just kind of in the way, sadly. But maybe it's not an issue. Maybe the spring can also stay where it's at the moment. Now the other idea I have is make the mounting bracket down there instead, so the cylinder will be connected up somewhere over there. It's an option, but it's not the best option because of the design of the cylinder. It has its hydraulic connection on the rear end over there, and basically the connection is gonna be somewhere here, and if I lift the 3-point hitch setup up, it's gonna go into contact with the pipe itself. Maybe I can flip it around, put it on the downward side. Maybe then it's fine, but honestly I think both options would work. Both of them have their own problems, but they should both work. And it would be fantastic if the cylinder itself, the hole there, would be the same size as the pipe is. But sadly nobody's that lucky. And the pipe is 110 millimeters, the hole is 85. And I have no means to enlarge that hole whatsoever, so we can choose that option. I may have like a third option as well. No, I think it's actually a pretty solid option. You make the connection point inside that box instead. I would need to modify this a bit, but I think this is a better option than having it up there or on the stack over there. Just gonna put it over there instead. I just need to cut that plate out of there, install a couple of plates on either side with the appropriate holes, put the pin through the hole. Oh, I already got even like side holes as well for the pin. Yeah, I think that will work. The only concern right now I have is that at roughly 16 something from the center, so it's gonna be somewhere over here, the hose connection, and as the 3-point hitch goes upwards, then maybe it will come in contact with something here. But it's a big maybe at the moment. Maybe it's fine. Now the only sucky thing about this idea is that I'm gonna lose the option to install that gear thing or gearbox on the rear end. If you guys can see that thing over there, this little box, basically we should have like a drive shaft between these two things, and then from here to there should be another drive shaft. Now here's the little wagon for that drive shaft to drive through, and on this area we should have like a gearbox where the drive shaft connects up to, and that's the PTO output for the Kirovets. It's a very rare setup, and I haven't personally seen it with my eyes. The other Kirovets doesn't have it as well. Just points of emptiness. Man, this thing doesn't even have that box in the middle. Someone has already stolen it. What a bummer. Actually guys, if you don't know, this box, it contains one set of clutch discs inside here. They are the same clutch discs that go to the main gearbox, and the gearbox contains 4 sets of those. So we have like a backup set of clutch discs inside that box if we ever need them. I'm guessing that's why the other box on the other Kirovets is missing. Those have been already recycled. But yeah, about this gearbox, this is like uber rare. I haven't seen anywhere. Plus getting the original drive shaft, that's another thing as well, I guess. Now, right now I can't think of any reason why would I even need PTO for this guy. I mean, what would be connected up to even? Yeah, but I probably will never need those things. And besides, if we even go option number 1, we install the plate here, then there won't be enough clearance for the shaft to come through, right? The cylinder will be kind of in the way. But I'm gonna cut this thing off, and I'm not gonna throw this part away. Maybe in the future we're gonna rethink this situation, and maybe in the future we'll get that PTO set up for this tractor. I mean, it would be really cool, but technically I don't think I will ever need that. But I'm gonna shut the hell up now. Let's go with option number 3. I think that's the best option we have at the moment. Actually, we don't even need to modify anything if we ever want to install that gearbox thing. We just need to remove the cylinder and that's it. Yeah, because the plates, they will not interfere. So this is definitely the best option to go. I think I can angle grind this guy away. It's not that thick. Get like a nice straight line. $25. The cylinder is 20 and a half, plus a couple of plates on each side. Perfect. Yeah. Maybe that box was meant for this cylinder. Stupid guys. Okay, mild change in plans. And I figured maybe the 50mm is not thick enough to hold that ram in place. And it might just kind of turn the hole into like an egg shape. So I'm gonna weld, because I don't have thick enough plate right now, I'm gonna weld these two together. Get 30mm on each side. Go away. That should move. Yeah, well, that thing's somewhere over there. Just need to make sure the hole is on the right spot. And sadly, I don't have the right size stock material right now. But no, I do have this pipe thing. You know, by some weird chance, this is exactly the perfect size. I mean, look at that. Very lucky. Installing it might be a bit problematic though. I think we need to cut this wall a bit more away. Maybe I don't need to. I kind of go in like that a bit, and then once I clear the wall, we can level it out. Yeah, I guess we'll see later. So might not even have that size drill. It's a very big one. 83. Maybe that will work. $86. Perfect. This little drill press is gonna commit suicide. Kuradi tyrää siellä nyt toimu, kun se What the hell happened? Now, if you're wondering about that extra hole, then now that's gonna help us out when we try to drill thick steel plate with a simple hole saw. This trick was taught to me by you guys, and it does work pretty well, I might add. Yeah. Hallå. Tere. Ja. Okej, jag måste. Basically what that hole will do is it will prevent the chips from clogging up the small teeth on the hole saw. So you can nicely just drill through the entire thing without needing to clean out the teeth constantly. Now this is an issue when drilling a thick plate with that thing. Now usually it's not really a problem if you do like less than 10 millimeters, but if you go beyond that, then it becomes an issue. The hole though will mostly prevent that from happening. But you know, this will take some time, so holy hell, bro. Freaking 40 minutes. Man, I need to buy a better drill press. You know, one of those Soviet era drill presses which come with their own nuclear reactor. I don't even wanna drill the second plate before I make sure that this is the right spot for the hole. I mean, look at this mess. Took me so long to drill that hole that they escaped away from us. Now I kind of started to think that maybe this was not the best spot for it. You know, the center pulley, it's kind of close to the bottom arms. Just like this much difference in height. I'm thinking that if you put like a very heavy implement on it, it's gonna be a lot of force on this area. Maybe it's just gonna rip this part off, although there's a lot of steel everywhere. Not sure. Guess we just have to trial and error this. I mean, that cylinder is huge. That's definitely gonna manage. But the frame is probably not built for that cylinder. That's what I'm getting at. I'm just gonna tack this guy in place, and then maybe I need to cut that edge off as well, but I'm not sure right now. 15. Well, according to some numbers it's gonna fit, but I'm not sure how much room it's gonna have by going up and down. I'm gonna go make the second one as well. Dude, this is going much faster now. Second time is always faster, right? 41 minutes. What? That felt a lot faster. Oh yeah, it won't clear. I need to make that wall a bit more accessible. Body. Should I make it tight or leave a gap? I think we should leave a gap. I mean, we can always put shims there if we need to, right? As usual, I screw something up. Clearly one hole is lower than the other. Guess we just gotta install the thing, see how badly it will interfere with everything. Hey, that rhymes. So basically, if that thing will fall, it's gonna break some bones. So I don't want to be near that. I think we need to go wake up old Blue. Do it the safe way, right? Yeah, let's go wake up old Blue. Hopefully the guy will go. Freaking sun! I haven't seen that guy for a while. Look at that, not a single cloud in the sky. Wow. Dude, it's been a while. It's just been kind of snowing, raining for the past couple of weeks. This is just amazing. Oh man, we can see some crap in the distance there, but right now, such amazing weather. It's kind of getting... Yeah, honestly, I don't even know if this video is out yet, but whatever. If it is, then it is. If it's not, then it's not. But it's kind of getting warmer for the past couple of days now. I mean, look at that. That's actually good. Give a bit more chance for the crab to gear up, right? Ooh. Nothing's caved in. Excellent. You know what, guys, what I should buy next? Probably like a forklift, right? I mean, that'll come in handy, definitely. I'm sure the loader works, but you can't really see anything inside the cab, what's happening up front. And the Bobcat kind of sucks when performing forklift works. The capacity is just lame. And I would love to have something that has like hydraulically controlled forks. You know, you can put it there or put it close. That would be the best. Holy hell, man. This might be an issue, actually. I don't think it's gonna go inside properly. Yeah, I'm gonna make the pipe a bit shorter. Right in there. I'm so glad I made the hole 86 centimeters. Wait, what? I mean 86 millimeters. Yeah, not the first thing. And I'm also glad that I did not make it like tight. There's a little bit of play to side on the cylinder as well. But you know, if you look at this setup, holy hell, bro! And it looks like that cylinder actually fits in this situation pretty good. Although I'm not really sure about clearance. Looks like currently it's on its bottommost possible position. Now, unless I remove that edge as well, then I can get it a bit lower. But maybe that's not necessary. Now, my current plan is that I probably need to build some type of a custom quick attachment thing for my Kirovets. Now, obviously I can't hook any of these connections up to the Harrow over there. I mean, this is 11 centimeters. I mean, clearly it's not gonna fit in there, right? It's like way off. I'm gonna try to modify this, but then my body can't use it anymore if I make this fit the Kirovets. So I have to think of something else. Not sure at the moment how, but no, we'll figure something out. Bunch of zip ties and lots of tape. It looks like we have plenty of back end clearance. The only sucky thing right now is that the grease fitting is on the rear end down there. At first I thought I'm gonna make like a little hole into that wall, but apparently we have like a extra wall in the center, so I can't really do that. I'm thinking that maybe if we get that far, I'm just gonna make the grease fitting somewhere else. I know, somewhere there, for example, drill a hole, fitting, keep pumping until something explodes. No? Seems okay. You guys take the fun out of everything. Always. Whoa. Now the question is, how high can it go before it starts to impact stuff? Can't lift it though. Holy hell. What a third leg. Holy hell. Now up to this point it looks pretty good. There's like a little rust line. Or maybe that's just dirt. Yeah, probably dirt. I think it's okay. I mean, the guy told me that it's in good shape, so. But I've been screwed over before. Dude, this just keeps getting better. I mean, look at that. There's like a little thing for the hose even. That even matches up. Plus, look at the clearance. Yeah, it does. It does pass, but I think I should remove a bit more metal there to make the gap a bit bigger. Right now it's just kind of grinding very slightly against it. But no, I don't think I'm gonna ever put it like higher than this. Probably because the other Kirovets currently is almost maxed out on the height. On the lift ramps, there's like a little bit room left over there. And now I would say that's probably even higher than this right now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this setup, but it seems like it was meant to be. The cylinder actually fits inside that box extremely well. I'm kind of surprised that I got this lucky. I think I don't even need to remove any of this stuff. This can stay on the machine. I'm gonna weld shut everything later once I take the cylinder off, but right now I think I should start focusing on the quick attach thing and try to figure that mess out. First things first, I need to remove that piece of block down there. Well, go join your friend. Go. Okay guys, so I've been gonna 62. Like 60 would be really good. I've been kind of thinking here how to make this work, and I think I'm gonna abandon the quick attachment idea. I think there's a better and far easier option to make it work. Man, that's 70. Mild inconvenience, but not really a problem. Basically, I need to replace that out, the green shafting, with some 70mm round stock, and then I need to mill the ends to 60mm, which will fit the Kirovets. So I can, with that, I can sort out the bottom two connections. Up top though, it requires some modifications to the Harrow itself, but not a lot. Technically, I just need to weld like a couple of new ears here, which will accept the huge cylinder eye. Now I think I can weld them up here or down there, and they should not get in the way when the guy wants to use this Harrow with his tractor. But I have to ask if he's okay with that. So not really sure if I'm gonna do that yet. And currently the only issue is the length. I would say maybe, which seems to be about 1 meter, a bit less perhaps. I'm not sure if I can put that on my lathe. You can't put the stupid shaft inside the hole. So I'm not really sure if the length will fit. Basically, the longest I can do is 60. So I can't mill that, sadly, with this thing. It's just too pussy of a lathe to work on such a large piece. If I could run the shaft through the stock and through the head, then it wouldn't be a problem. But through here I can only run, looks like 60 perhaps, 60 mil. Beyond this area, the hole even gets smaller. I think it's like 30 mil over there, and in the end, the hole is like, I don't know, freaking 11mm. So that's just not gonna work. Such a weird setup. I don't know. There's an alternative option though. I could order the shaft 60mm and then a separate pipe which will make it 70mm, so it will sit there nicely, and then I can sort that business out, which I think I'm gonna do if I can get the steel. Okay, so I had a little chat with the buddy, and we're gonna go down that route, but instead of welding the upper ear onto the Harrow, we're gonna bolt it on. It's gonna be a bit easier if we need to remove it in the future. But technically, I think I'm gonna try to bring that guy here. Apparently the thing weighs about 800 to 900 kilos, so maybe the Bobcat can. Let's try with the Bobcat. Maybe it can. If it can't, then we'll use the Volvo. I guess Volvo it is. Actually guys, change of plans. Sorry. But it's a bit better option, honestly. Two things guys. The road, it's like pure ice at the moment. I mean, look at this. That loader, it was just skied along this road, and I don't want to go on there because I might mess up the grass. That's not my property. So I'm just gonna probably end up in a ditch somewhere. Not worth the risk. technically I don't need to build anything here. I just need to make the parts in the workshop, install them on the thing, and then I can come here with the Kirovets, pack it up, hook it up, and good to go. So yeah, let's leave the guy here, let's go do the parts, and then we can hook it up. Sorry about the confusion, I know. I'm kind of wasting my time here as well. Stupid ice! Piss off! Kuradi! Ja. Zit het No? Ja, dat mag ik kaks. 35 igaks juhuks paneme. That ain't going anywhere. Ooh. Okay. Well, this is what happens if unspans can make stupid holes in the right spot. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that's not gonna break off anytime soon. Should hold on pretty good. Maybe add like a supportive blade there. Something like that, perhaps, but honestly, I think it's not necessary. However, the holes might need some support, considering how the forces are gonna start playing around here. It's basically gonna be either pushing or pulling, so the holes might just kind of turn into an egg shape over time. What size pipe for that? Butterfingers. I have so much crap, but not the thing I need. The bushings. Oh, you have like bushings over here though. These might work as well. It's kind of low on the wall thickness. That's like 4 or 5. But no, maybe it's enough. I'm gonna cut it in half from the center, get 2 pieces. Should work. Okay. So that should take care of the tiny holes. Most definitely need to add something to the bigger hole as well. No, I'm getting rather good at this. I should start my own tunnel boring company. It's gonna be so successful that we're gonna make the first ever tunnel straight to Mars. What the? Well, to be honest, it was a bit too big anyway. Yeah, I do wonder, do they make like world lens for cameras as well? That would be really useful. Yes, I did it again. I will never learn. But anyway, I think the upper brackets should be pretty much sorted out now. Yeah, that should work. Just focus on the bottom part now. Okay, I think we can cherry rig something together. I had a couple of different options to choose from, but this seemed like the best option. It only has one negative thing, but maybe that's not a problem. You know, that part goes there, that part will go there. And a couple of parts on each side. Basically, all I need to do is build a couple of ears on either side, so the part would not be able to exit the situation. Then I need to turn these pipes down about 3 millimeters, so they would fit the Kirovets. The Kirovets arm will be there, but also will be the pipe, and without it, it's just gonna wobble around too much. So this will be like a shim or a bushing. And finally, a couple of holes on each side, which will ensure that the Kirovets will not lose its load. It's basically something like that. And you know, I figured maybe I can add some pipes on these ends, but because the length is not enough, what is that? Looks like a wiener. What? But anyway, I figured I could add like a pipe here as well, but it doesn't just have the length. The Kirovets requires at least 11 millimeters minimal. This is like 8 or 7, so I would have no way to lock it down. You know, this thing is just not Kirovets rated. Clearly not that as well. too small. Maybe it's just a bit cold outside. Oh, the negative thing. It's basically that. It's 64 millimeters, but perfect size would be 70. I just don't have the material. And you know, I don't really want to buy steel as well. I'm kind of trying to avoid that. And tomorrow I'm gonna go pick up a small load of steel that I bought for this project. And basically that's gonna be like 900 bucks. Steel is very expensive. I don't really want to buy it anymore. I should probably start doing what Stevie's doing. Just go to the scrapyard and pick what you can pick. But maybe that's fine. Maybe it's fine that it kind of wobbles around like that. Maybe we put some duct tape there. So let's go do this part as well. Then technically we should be able to hook the Kirovets up. But I think I'm not gonna do that before I finish everything. Like, I still need to weld a bit on the machine, and I think I need to buy some bolts for this part as well. It would be better if this was bolted down, right? Okay. So I need to turn this part down to 59. Currently it's 63. But this part can stay. This does not need to be turned down. It's actually better if it's not turned down. I'm not sure if jaws are able to hold this piece in place. I mean, it's a pretty short piece, but might start to wonder. Look at that. This works pretty good. Also, because the pipe is slightly bigger than it needs to be, it's like a stopper as well. So I just need to make like a hole there through the stock as well. And it should work pretty good, honestly. Let's go make the second one as well. Let's make some smoke. Oh yeah. Put the gear in. By the way, I'm only gonna make one hole on one side. The past experience has shown me that I won't be able to get the second hole in the right spot anyway, so just do the one hole and drill everything else on the machine. I told you guys we're gonna take this crap. Didn't I tell you guys? Pretty sure I did. And actually, I do have like a little story about tape for you guys. In my old workplace, on the log soaking pool, there was a burst pipe, and nobody fixed it. Although we did write reports about it, that the pipe needs to be fixed. It's basically the pumps are pumping, but there's like a giant hole, and half the water is just kind of flying against the wall. And nobody fixed that for like a couple of years until the roof caved in because of that water ramming against the wall issue. But they fixed the freaking roof, but they still did not fix the pipe. So what did I do? I just grabbed like an entire box of tape rolls, and I put like this thick tape patch on that pipe, and it worked. At least for 3 or 4 years, that freaking mass of tape held that hole back. It did leak, obviously. There was a lot of pressure behind the tape, but the temporary patch held for a really long time. Eventually it failed, obviously, and then they fixed the stupid pipe. Basically what I'm trying to tell you here is that do not underestimate the power of tape. On a rainy day it will even hold the space shuttle together. Look at that. The power of tape. It's real. Man, this drill is really great. It doesn't slip at all. The chuck much more powerful as well. Now that should sort out this side. I should be able to nicely hook it up from the bottom with the Kirovets and also from the top now. Just need those bolts there. Now I noticed that this thing also has like a spinning stopper thing, so it wouldn't spin. I'm not sure how important that is, honestly. I think it doesn't matter, but you know, what do I know? If we'll discover later that it doesn't need to spin, then we'll also do that. But right now, I don't see the point. But anyway, let's go finish up the business on the Kirovets, and then I'm gonna go pick up my new steel, and then we should be able to mount the bees. Man, if the little Aesop handle starts to get warm, then well, then things are either gonna hold or the universe will start breaking in half. Just make sure you say the magic word after every weld. That thing ain't going anywhere. It's very important that you say that after every weld. Yeah, a bit of touch and go there, but that thing ain't going anywhere. But anyway, I'm gonna go grab the steel now, and then we should be able to nicely assemble everything. the steel that I need to buy just keeps getting thicker and thicker. Which is not necessarily a bad thing. Dude, look at that bin. Holy hell. This is a bin for a cylinder. Well, this is an inconvenience. It's not 85. It's not what the box says. The box says that it's 85, but it's actually not. It's a bunch of hieroglyphics there are telling us that it's about 86 and a half. Or maybe it will still fit. Mean. Look at that. Yeah, the eye is exactly 85, 86, plus something doesn't fit. Stupid demo steel. And luckily we have a lathe so we can turn it down a bit. Now this will definitely start to wander, so we have to support it with livestock, end stock. I mean the pointy thing on the other end. I'll probably get one of those tile things. And someone told me they're very cheap on demo, for example. Might be better option than what I'm doing right now. It does work though. Gets the job done. Lathing around in winter clothes kind of feels weird. I'll probably stay away from that guy as much as possible. Don't try this at home, kids. And the good thing is that because the hole saw, which we use to make the holes for the eyes, the thing actually makes, although it says it's 85, it actually makes the hole slightly bigger, like 86 or 87 or something like that. So we don't need to turn this down all the way, just like Only the one side which will go into the cylinder. So that we can keep that. We don't need to do the other part. Look at that stuff. Awfully cute. Man, my van is starting to get full. Wow. I've been doing quite a bit of lating, I guess. $84.5. Should fit pretty good. Yeah, it fits pretty good now. Do the second one as well. The end is kind of messed up. Basically, it's technically not like round. Feels like someone sat on it. It's kind of lumpy. But I think that's normal for steel manufacturing. There's like nothing's perfect, I guess. Look at that mess. Someone definitely sat on it. It must be one of those AI generated robots who constantly just fall through the floor for some reason. Now, if you ask me, the Instagram is just full of that nonsense. right? Нет проблема. Normal Catastrophe. Look at that, guys. And that's my baby right over there. It weighs about 7 ounces. Dude, that's just crazy. Cylinder bins. Holy hell. I wonder how much something like this would cost if you want to buy it like ready-made. I mean, I can give you like a good comparison. While I was picking up the steel, I also bought some more supplies for the project at hand. And yeah, I had to pay like 15 euros for that piece. I'm guessing that's a bit more. Off the top of my head, I'm guessing... well, these are not finished yet, I still need to modify them a bit more, but about $70, and that's about $100, roughly. Plus I probably couldn't get them like ready-made the way I need them to be anyway. So I would need to have them milled by like a metal shop. So that's gonna add to the cost, definitely. More labor. Plus time spent. So yeah, I think doing these larger bins out of stock material is totally worth it. You will save some money. But buying stuff like this, I think that's not worth it. Like I said, $15. But it will probably take me like an hour to actually make something like this. So time also accounts for something, right? Now, the way I'm planning to lock these down, it's a bit different on each one of them. I think I'm gonna bolt this one down if I have enough room on that side. And this thing, definitely cannot bolt this thing down because I don't have enough room for insertion. If that's a word, I'm not really sure. So I was thinking maybe I'm gonna drill like a hole into the Kirovets frame and run like a bolt through it, bolt that down, which will prevent the bin from exiting the situation. But I still need to add like an end plate so it wouldn't go the other way. Maybe this work. I think that should be pretty much it for bin number 1. I just need to make the hole on the tractor. We can do that later. Now I'm just making sure that the stupid camera is rolling. You guys wouldn't believe how many times I forget to turn on the camera, man. I'm like hammering, welding, digging, concrete pouring for like 2 hours straight. And then I notice, oh, the camera is not even on. I am just kind of talking to myself. Much like I'm doing right now. It happens way too often, and it's really pissing me off. Next up, I think I can put the cylinder back, but you know, that grease fitting hole. Let's go relocate that one. I can't use it at the moment. I think somewhere there should work just fine, as long as the oil channel doesn't like come this way. It should go that way. Actually, even if that oil channel ran down here, no, that's actually good. Now, every time we push the ram out, it will also push oil through the bin. Lots of it. It's gonna also oil up the bin every time. It's like engine lubrication, only better. Man, there's only like freaking 2 threads. It's really hard to make that threads. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 threads. What's that? Kurat, on ju tagasi isegi keerata. Üle pene lahti keegi ennast, ma arvan. Üle ise keerata. Two and a half threads. Maybe it's enough. Dude, that grease fitting is making threads faster than the thread maker. What is going on? I know there was no welding involved, but that thing ain't going anywhere. But anyway, before we put the cylinder back and try to figure out how to, well, connect Soviet era hydraulics to some Eagle hoses, we need to figure out the diagonal pulley situation. I need to install something there, going that way, and from there going that way. And if I don't do that, then I may just screw up that massive cylinder, because you know, that cylinder, it doesn't have any room to sway from left to right. And if we don't anchor those two together, then that cylinder is gonna try to sway left and right, but it just can't, and something might just break. Now, while I was picking up steel, I also went to the supermarket, and I did try to like put a kit together. I was thinking that I'm gonna build my own tensioner. I mean, I figured it's not that hard. Just kind of weld some nuts together with a rod, right? But surprisingly, the supermarket had these things, and they were relatively cheap as well, like $20 each. I even got a bit down on the price. I think I paid like 15. Now, actually, this was even a cheaper option than trying to build something like that myself. Basically, I saved like $10 by not building it and buying it. So that's kind of weird. Usually it's the other way around, right? I think they're strong enough. You know, it says 13 ton on it. I'm guessing that's the brake load, most likely. This is M24, so I don't think that's that strong. But you know, technically, if that's correct, then you can literally just hoist the entire Kirovets on this thing, and it should not break because the Kirovets weighs 12.7 tons. So I think this is good enough. Figured it's a better option than trying to make something yourself. At least it was cheaper. I didn't get the proper shackles though. I bought these pieces of dirt. But you know, maybe for diagonal support for now. Well, if it's not, then we can go buy the proper thing, right? Usually that's how things are. That's pretty good. It will fit that Harrow now. Plus I have room to tighten it up nicely. Probably not strong enough, right? Though. I think the pulley itself is like kinda okay, but the shackles are junk. But I think they're gonna work with the Harrow we have. However, if we're gonna put something like Kirovets rated, some type of attachment that's meant for the Kirovets, then something's probably gonna explode. Most likely. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the dentist tomorrow. Then I'm gonna look. Maybe the guy has something better. Well, hello there. What's up? Luckily, the dental floss place had some options. I got these proper seized shackles now. Where's the door? Yeah, this thing has like a 5-ton workload, so that means it will most likely break at around 20. Oh, and plus it has a splint, so the shackle can't walk out of the situation whenever it feels like it. Got a bunch of those, and then these, I guess it's like connectable chain link. These are also rated for 5 tons. I think they will survive. Kinda curious though. Are these things originally bent like that? I mean, they look exactly identical. I think they're bent like that. If not, then it's probably like a lot of force on this point. What do you guys think? I think they're bent like that, but I'm not sure. You know, I gotta set it up in a way that these parts don't like collide with each other, because I can't tighten it up then, so I have to keep that in mind as well. Would be better to have like a nut instead of that thing. It's just like a nut in the center. That would be really good actually. Never used these types of did this before. How does it even lock? I guess you just gotta hammer it in there and it will lock like that. Like that, right? And the good thing is that if I want to take the arms wider, I just need to buy more of these. Right now I only bought 4 because the dentist dude did not have any more. Why is this different though? This looks a bit different, but I think the principle is the same. Okay, I think that's actually pretty good. About those things though, it kind of sucks that I bought them and I'm not gonna use them at the moment. But I'm pretty sure I can still use them somewhere. I think they're pretty good if you want to hang like a decor of a Christmas tree. And for that, they should work pretty okay. But anyway, let's install that bolting now. And in order to lock this pin down from exiting that way, I was thinking I'm just gonna like drill a little hole here, put a longer bolt through the thing, and that will prevent the pin from walking out of the situation. Now, I'm not planning to lock this pin down from spinning. I'm gonna do it to the other pin, but not this one. It's about 40 millimeters. That's gonna be fun. Maybe we can use the Mac drill for this part. Stupid fine red. Peaks olema kuskil siin keskel. Sadly, I don't have like the perfect size core bit for the Mac drill. That's 16 millimeters, but I need 17 millimeters, so I need to make the hole and go over it with that thing. But then it still should save me a lot of time by not going through the entire thing. I think I've reached the maximum depth this bit can go. Stupid wall is thicker than the drill bit. What the hell? Be gone! Whatever you are. Look at that, guys. How lucky was that? Just made it barely. Oh, kurat. Almost went through the camera. Holy hell. Sorry guys. My intentions were good. But yeah guys, the freaking Weber hole saw. I mean Weber Mac drill. This thing is just amazing, bro. No, the guy even agrees. Look at that. It took me literally longer to drill that 1 millimeter away than to make the main hole with that thing. Plus, I can't believe that thing only cost like 350 bucks or something like that. Absolutely worth it. If you guys are looking for a cheap Mac drill that actually works, I would definitely recommend getting this model. Now, if you own like a giant workshop the size of an IKEA warehouse, then that thing won't work for you. You won't get the job done. But you know, if you're like a small timer, like moi, then it's definitely worth it. Oh, by the way, a quick rant about these stupid ass sockets. I hate these things. These are the worthless hobos, I would call them. You know, those pieces of crap in there, the red part. It's to prevent you from stabbing anything in there, but they're just kind of in the way. You can't. You need to use like excessive force. It won't release. It's constantly a problem. There you go. This is the stupidest. This is the stupidest vlog ever. Wish we had something that UK has. That's garbage. What do you guys think? What if I weld that nut there? Then I could also basically stop the pin from spinning, right? Maybe as close as possible to the wall so it won't bend the rod. I think that's actually a really interesting idea. Mild change in plans. I'm not gonna use a nut. Just gonna use it like a pipe. And the issue with the nut is that the pin is not like perfectly fit for the hole, and it will move around some. The nut will try to prevent that movement from happening, but it won't be able to do that considering the size of the cylinder and the forces in play. So it's just probably gonna bend the rod or break the welds on the nut or something like that. And this should still keep the spin from spinning, plus nicely like lock it down from exiting. Yeah, I got another cool idea as well. I figured maybe weld like a nut on that end. Man, look at that. Such fine craftsmanship. Right? Right? I mean, a bunch of crap, but it will work. I hope. But anyway, guys, one more thing before we can put the cylinder back. Hopefully forever. Lift assist is the word. Now, I can't manhandle that cylinder. Now, I can only lift it maybe like 20 centimeters, and that's with both hands. But in order to put the pin through the eye, I need like a third leg or something. So I've been kind of trying to figure out a lift assist type of deal for the cylinder. Now, the Kirovets actually does have a lift assist on the center thing, and it has everything to do with that cylinder. I mean spring. Now, the purpose of that spring is pretty easy. It just kind of helps to lift the center thing up a bit, so you could hook it up without breaking your neck. Sadly, the cylinder which we are gonna install weighs maybe like 3 times more than what was on here before. So I definitely, maybe even with 2 people, you can't really hook it up properly. Plus, it's a real pain in the ass. So while I was letting the dental engineer have his way with me, I was trying to figure out possible options, and I think I have 2. One is a bit more favorable than the other. Let's quickly explain the less favorable option. And that would be just some simple straps. I mean, put the cylinder there, wrap some straps around these arms on both sides, and then you can technically just rise the cylinder up with the hydraulics of the machine. That means you can only hook up the center connection first, and then once you hook that up, you can lower the entire thing again and connect the bottom pins. I think it will work, but it's a bit messy, considering this is a very slippery surface, and as these parts travel upwards, the strap will probably like to slip that way. Like, it goes like that, unless you strap the straps together somehow. But no, that would be option number 1, I would guess, and I think it would work. But I think I have a better option. Now let's just kind of weld like a giant nut in the center, down there somewhere. And then we should be able to push it up with a threaded rod or a long bolt. What do you guys think? I think it's worth trying. It doesn't really require a lot of work. Just weld the stupid nut there, put the cylinder on and test. So let's do that. The eternal flame. Oh no, it went out. Hopefully everything will work. So sorry guys, but one more thing I kind of forgot. Have to remove that edge as well. Oh no. Kyllä niin saa. You know, locking assist 5000 works pretty good. What about the lift assist though? I think this is a great way to get it up on your own. Okay, that kind of sounded weird, but while we're on the topic, then... Look guys! Kirovets has a boner! And it's growing! What is that? That's a nasty stain. Is that chrome off the thing? That is chrome off the thing. Wow. Look at that, Ant's pants got screwed over again. The guy told me this is in good condition. What the hell? Rusty business over there. I'll do all this work and then discover that the cylinder is shit. Yeah, looks okay. It looks like that's about it. The other side looks okay. But there's like a giant patch where there's no chrome. Yeah. I don't even know what the seals are doing. Maybe this cylinder is junk. That would be a real shame, wouldn't it? That would really suck. Maybe it's gonna be a museum piece. But let's try to just kind of proceed at the moment. Deal with the cylinder a bit later. Let's try to figure out the hydraulic situation. You know, the connections on the cylinder, they're imperial, but everything on the Kirovets is metric. You need to mate the two together somehow. Maybe my hydraulic department has a solution. Wait a minute, this is not my hydraulic department. That's my nuclear waste management center. Don't tell anyone. What the hell? There's like hoses which are 50 meters long here. What the crap were they powering? Yeah, I have I think like 1, 2, maybe 3 more boxes like this. And they're filled all the way to the top with hydraulic hoses, different lengths, different sizes. The only thing about them though is they're all imperial. This is all I have which is metric. So technically I can't use any of this stuff on the Russian tractors unless I put something in between which will convert from imperial to metric. But pretty good length. All the Soviet hoses are like maximum 1.5. So I would need to join several of them together to make it work. I just need to make the conversion, because I'm pretty sure that thing should hook up to the cylinder actually. Huh, look at that. It's like I went to the hydraulic shop. But we didn't, we went to the hydraulic department. There's a difference. Maybe I should add that thing back. Oh man, look at that. Bunch of oily mud in there. Oh man, this is actually a bit too long, maybe. Two should work better. Whatever, I'm gonna later look, maybe I have like a shorter piece, but basically this is like the final piece of the puzzle. But anyway, technically we have like two different options here. We can either connect the hoses up there or on the other side. Maybe also there, but I'm not really sure how would that work. Sadly though, we can just kind of hook them up because they won't match. I don't even know what would you call this? Is it some type of Soviet era quick attach thing? Maybe. But you know, luckily we can just kind of remove these. We don't need them, and we can install that fitting in there instead. But and this will still not work because these two won't match up. But now I did go to the hydraulic shop today and bought a couple of these. So this should go here. Yeah, that goes there. Lock that down, and we just need to weld that thing there, so we could lock that thing down as well. Now I did ask the guy, maybe he has like a proper fitting, so it will be that on one end and that on the other end, but they didn't have anything in stock, so he checked the catalog. He didn't even have anything in the catalog. So this would be some type of a custom thing that we need to make ourselves. Luckily, I think we only need like two of them, and we don't need to weld them together like that. I just need to cut it in half from the center and then weld the different pieces together. That should work as well. So let's go do that. Then we can hook the hoses up, fire up the Kirovets, and see if I'm screwed or not on the cylinder end. Better lendad ma ei saa aru. See on nagu mingi mutter, kukub põrandale maha, kukub läbi põrandana. See on nagu süsti niimoodi, mida sa sead? Peder naist. Check it out, guys. The unforbidden hydraulic fitting. This is where freedom meets the Soviet Union. Moment of peace. I'm gonna take my Nobel Peace Prize now. giving it like 110% here. Clearly I deserve it. Shut up! Nobody's talking to you. Now this is a how I met your mother type of moment. I mean, if you happen to have a Russian daddy. Clearly the thing in the middle is a temporary work visa. And maybe a little bit too much alcohol at the end of your shift. Anyway guys, I think that's it. We can finally start the thing up again. The moment you've been waiting for, right? Yeah, look at that. I got my famous belly button heater already running. And it's blowing hot air on the oil pan over there. So that's heating up the oil, but it's not gonna heat up the block. The block is still kind of frozen. I got the battery charger on the thing as well. That should be good. However, the block, guys. Oh, that's -2 over there. -3. Okay, so the block is definitely negative, and the oil heater doesn't help with that. However, I have a plan for that. And a couple of hours ago I did fire up the sauna and I've been heating up the coolant there. I'm kind of hoping to get that to maybe like +50, +60, and then I'm gonna pour that hot coolant into the cold engine. Google AI says it's okay. Just doing it the opposite way might hurt the problem. Engine, I mean. Not the problem, yeah. Well, there's a problem as well, but irrelevant. So we're gonna put the coolant into the engine, which will heat up the entire block, hopefully. And then we should be able to have like a better chance at starting this thing. Because if you guys remember at the start of the video, we had absolute nightmare. It took a while for this thing to get going, right? And right now it's even colder than that. I also called up Steve because I figured I might need some help, maybe connecting this thing up. So you're probably gonna be quite difficult on your own, right? That's why I was thinking I'm gonna do that quick attachment setup instead. But right now this will have to do. Steve should arrive any moment now, actually. Oh, she's already here. What's up, Steve?
Nothing. I feel brain dead.
Welcome to the club.
Welcome to the club, I guess.
Sauna heater working pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sellega üldse jõudu läks mind. No risk. Oh. Saapuma valet raiska. Traction numero 1. Sa lükkad nii kiiresti, sa käid pikali. Oh, wow. Oh. Oh.
No kõige raskem koht ka.
Spits. We're alright. Yeah. Okay.
Wait. Let's just do it the old school method way. Let's just dump the hot water in first, then release the valve, and then start. Once the water is out, that heats the block or the jacket, and then we start pouring the coolant in. I mean, it's worth a shot.
Me võime selle jätta hetkeks sisse, siis tuua alt veel natuke juurde.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Whoops.
Whoopsies.
Niigi vähe ja viskad maha. No. And we're gonna put the hot water in first. Let it warm up the block, and then we're gonna drain it and then put the other water in.
Yeah, it's easy to say, but it's... Oh man. Yeah, I'm spilling it all over the place, and there ain't that much room here because there's also actual batteries here, so I have to be careful. Okay, here goes nothing, I guess. In the old days, this is how they did the blocks. They would pretty much dump hot water in, usually, I don't know, many buckets full, and then that would warm up all the engine and you wouldn't have to use block heaters, but this is just to show demonstration wise how these things were done. Of course, I'm a total derp and I'm spilling this water all over the place, but no biggies. Oh, there's some nasty stuff there. That one I'm not going to put inside the engine. And yeah, let's do these procedures, and I think she's gonna fire up pretty well.
Hot water delivery.
Oh, yeah.
Union bolt.
And that's going to warm up the block for sure. At least it's warmer than the ambient temperature. Actually, we could run it on water and it would be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But then you shouldn't forget to open the valves later. Otherwise, it's a nasty surprise waiting once spring arrives.
Yeah.
And not a pleasant one. It's full. It's full to the brim.
Exciting.
Yeah. Exciting times, my man. Now we're cooking something. Yeah.
Oh, 15 degrees.
Yeah.
It was minus 3 before.
Yeah, it's warm enough.
Engine is like, did winter stop? What happened? Oil ban is sitting at 60 degrees, 55. Block, what, 60? Fahrenheit? Piss off. Okay then. Okay, so the oil ban is at 13. Still good. Block is at 19, and block is even more than the oil ban. Very fast. 23. No, I think this is gonna go just fine.
Yeah.
I mean, the engine is basically in summer mode at the moment. Now let's swap out the water for the coolant. And
Yeah, but then you gotta open the valves.
oh yeah.
Because I can't open any valve. Okei, take the water. Viis koppa oleks vaja. Enne ta puolesta, kuni see välja lahti.
I love my concrete pad. If you wanna take a pee break, then now's the time. Because shit's about to go down, yo. That's warm as well.
It's warm. Also, we have a bit of a limited time here because the sun is about gone.
Yeah, it's like 3 p.m. right now, right?
Yeah.
Feels like it's 7 or 8. And if Mr. Sun disappears, then you guys can't see anything. That's the issue.
Yep.
Then I have to haul a bunch of lights with me everywhere. It's really annoying.
Can you actually hold the funnel?
Yes.
I have to find a good position because this thing is
Heavy.
And not, my back doesn't like this thing, but I'm gonna survive. Don't be like me who actually mistakenly put new engine oil, a liter, into the coolant reservoir. I was like, well, guess I'm brain dead then. Actually,
who hasn't done that?
we think I'm sure among our viewers there's people that have.
No, I think it's enough. It's about halfway at the moment.
You think it's okay? I mean,
I think it's fine.
oh, that's good. I think it's good. I can hear the pump squeezing, so it's fine. It's fine.
Dude, that really helped. Look at that. Guy fired up like nothing. Made a huge difference. Moment of truth. I think we're completely screwed here.
Okay, let's see his new contraption work. It popped out! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Well, crap, man! Holy shit! That thing isn't attached to anything. Look! The treads are broken inside.
What the f?
Look at that, treads are broken.
What is... Are you serious right now?
No, like something broke. It came out and then that last pop, it just...
Dude, I thought this was good, but this is This is something else.
I mean, that's the first time I've seen this thing just pops out. I mean, I guess we can put it back, but I am not sure how.
No. We're not supposed to put it back. Holy hell.
I mean, look, it's pretty much just hammered in. Look.
So I did not expect this. Dude, I need to call the guy up who sold me this.
Actually, you have to ask for a refund. That's a piece of crap, man.
That is more than a piece of crap. Are you kidding me? Holy hell, bro.
I mean, well, so much fun.
I've never seen this happen before. This is just insane.
Look. It's broken from the treads. There's the leftover treads. Everything else is broken.
I've never seen this before.
No. Like
this is something new. Holy hell.
That's like, well, I guess that's our end of the road trip here.
End of the road trip, yeah.
It's just fucked up. I mean, thank God it didn't happen on the road. Because can you imagine that coulter being just stuck on the road?
No, I wanted to test the pressure, you know, maximum pressure, see what if the seal is leaking, but I did not expect the freaking ram to fly out of the thing.
I mean, that ram's broken inside, so yeah, it won't probably do anything.
Holy hell.
I mean,
I did not have this in my bingo card. Definitely not. This is just next level crap.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a picture and send it to the guy. This is just complete scrap.
This is pretty much just ask for a refund because this pretty much is unusable cylinder right now. It's broken inside. You can't even weld anything new in here.
Maybe you can repair it. I mean, you need to take that part out. Maybe you can like weld the two together. I'm not really sure how that.
I would say that's total bust at this point.
That is such BS. I don't see any threads anywhere. Where was it even connected?
That is pretty much.
Maybe it's on the other end.
Yeah, pretty much. This end is broken. You can see it's just sheared off. It's broken clean. That screen broken off. So the other end is inside.
Yeah.
The sleeve. So I don't know how you get the other end out. It might be that
open up the cylinder.
Open up and hope that the other end moves. Because this tells me that this thing was not broken because the Kirovets was too heavy. This has been broken before. So look at this. Pretty much the cylinder was dead before you got it.
I'm having the burst of luck.
No. Also look at all the rust strings inside.
I thought I got a good deal on this.
Like those rust strings will destroy all your inner, seals right immediately. So this thing has been hammered a lot.
The sucky part is that I built all the connections for this cylinder. I do have one more cylinder
somewhere,
but that's not gonna fit here. Well, considering what that cylinder was, then I'm pretty sure the second one is foobar as well. And the second cylinder is here.
I mean, it looks better, but it's the other end is pretty much.
I think the other one looked pretty okay as well until it exploded. This is a bit longer though, and the end is
the back end is different.
Yeah, wider.
I don't know, like I'm thinking like the Kirovets can't really break that cylinder because
no.
That hydraulic pressure ain't that much. That thing was broken before.
Definitely.
Like you didn't even have any implements on it.
No.
How you can actually...
Hose will explode before the cylinder will fail.
Yeah, usually. But everything else is junk. Oh boy. And also, yeah, what the cylinder did mention was this place. This is...
I think that's actually repairable to some degree.
Yeah, but not that end.
If we could like weld that together, maybe that even. But it just kind of depends what this guy is doing inside.
Oh yeah, there's some tolling actually inside the sleeve as well.
I guess we just have to open this up, see what's going on. The goal of this video was actually to install that Harrow on the Kirovets, but I guess I'm not gonna get there at the moment. This was just completely unexpected. Well, at least we can hear some nice music, right? Oh boy, what day.
Big suur töö ja all for nothing.
All that work and then just things explode.
Man, that's a disaster. Like I'm like, usually you don't break a cylinder like this diameter, but I guess this thing was broken before, because you remember how easily it went in and out before.
It was probably broken already then.
Yeah, it was broken.
I
so
just kind of pushed the cylinder
so
out.
if the guy tells you that, oh, your Kirovets hydraulics broke it, I would say, well, BS, that can't be possible.
No, that's not possible.
Man.
What I'm gonna tell my Harrow buddy is like, bro, I can't pick up your Harrow because my cylinder detonated. It's like a bazooka, it went flying.
Oh man. The real problem is how you're going to get that broken piece out from the bottom. I think that's broken. If it's midway broken, you can actually, I don't know, maybe push it out somehow. But if it's totally broken inside,
Well,
like
it's pretty obvious. The end stock is still inside the cylinder, and so is the threads. And then technically, maybe we can like get that end stock out, get the broken piece out. But you know, that's threaded in there inside the end stock. So you can't even grab it with anything. You need to like weld something on it. So that's like a whole another adventure on its own.
I know, does the back open up? Ah.
No, this doesn't end
No,
open.
this one's welded shut.
This yeah, getting the cylinder
The only thing
open also is kind of gonna be a huge pain.
you need a special tool for this.
Yeah,
It
this-
threads out. But
This,
the only thing you can get the piston out is cut all the welds out, and then this should just pop out, and you can just punch it out. Because I think the other part, that piston, is probably really tight in there.
Probably, yeah.
Or something is wedged between the piston and the sleeve, and it just doesn't move. And then, you know, hydraulic forces from the other, whoever used this the last, broke the freaking piston, and that's about it. Because usually if this thing is, you know, meant, you can't push this freaking rod inside with the hand at all. So it's a sucky situation anyway. I mean, technically no damage was done. Nobody got hurt.
Environmental catastrophe right over there.
Oh yeah, well, Greta is gonna kill us both with this.
Greta doesn't know where I live. Yeah, I'm gonna send the pictures to the guy and let's see what he has to say. I'm kind of curious.
Okay, so I sent the pictures to the guy yesterday. He's seen them, but he hasn't replied or called me, so let's try to call the guy, see what's up. Now, I think I can't really put his voice on the video without his consent. So to avoid any legal issues, I'm just gonna fast forward the talkative part, and then later, after the conversation has ended, I will explain what he said. Basically, at this point, I'm willing to pay like $50 for the thing. That's the scrap value of the cylinder. So I want at least like $150 back. That's the goal. Hommikust. No ma ei tea, sa võid läbi tulla ju noh. Davai, teeme nii. Ciao. Okay, so situation is pretty simple. The guy did not use those cylinders, apparently. He told me he bought them from another guy, but he never... he wanted them for a project, but he never ended up doing that project. So the cylinders just kind of sat until they were sold to me, and he had no idea about the situation of that cylinder. And yeah, he offered me to give me my money back, no problem. He even said that he's gonna come here to hand it over on hand, because you know he was kind of curious what I was doing with the YouTube thing and everything. So he wanted to come for a visit. He's gonna bring the money as well. Not sure which day he's gonna come, but I'm guessing maybe next week, something like that. Hopefully, that is. But you know, at least we have that going for us, right? We have some hope of some recovery, because that situation is pretty messed up. Yeah, this thing is completely full bar. Actually, we can see the end stock right over there. Yeah, right over there. So I'm guessing the giant nut with the thread, part of that rod is sitting somewhere inside the cylinder right now. I think we should try to fix it up. Now, even if, well, it kind of all depends what the cylinder itself is doing inside. Now, if this guy is all rusted up inside, then it's not worth it. You can't really fix that unless it's like a very mild rust. Then you can hone it out. But if it's like deep grooves, then you're screwed. And plus, it's probably gonna be like a fun project, fun video. I mean, try to open that thing up and try to find like a solution how to fix it. What do you think, guys? And the only issue I currently think I have is that even if I get that piece out of there and align it up with the rod, I would need to like weld it on there straight, right? It can't be crooked. But I can't really put that thing anywhere to do that. A lathe would be an option, but this thing is too long for my lathe. So I might need like outside help in order to do that part at least. But still, I think it's gonna be like a pretty interesting project and totally worth trying, right? But guys, right now I'm gonna back this project up. Hide the bazooka away for a bit. As you can observe, winter has finally arrived. The stupid white cocaine is everywhere now. And my plan was that after this video, I'm gonna stop focusing on machines and I'm gonna do other stuff. You know, winter related stuff. It's just to kind of name a few. And for starters, I gotta do that stupid firewood movie. I've been kind of putting that off for half a year now. So definitely gonna do that, plus workshops. You know, I wanna finish up the woodworking workshop, and also I have some plans for the main workshop. You know, the expansion project, what I've been teasing to you guys for a while now. Wanna do that, plus wanna upgrade the welding table. I think it needs a lot more concrete and steel, so can't wait for that part. Also, I want to get back to the attic on the main house. I want to finish that room, make it into like a storage, nice storage area for, I don't know, stuff. Plus the cabin. Yeah, I need to finish the kitchen in the cabin. So that's on my to-do list as well on this wonderful winter time. And you know, addition to those projects, probably a lot more projects as well. No, guys, that's not included. That's next year's topic. Yeah, I'm not gonna deal with it right now. As big as that guy is, we can't dig frozen ground, right? That's like concrete, bro. And the main issue with stupid winter time is that there's no sunlight. And we only get like maybe 7 or 8 hours of sunlight per day. And that kind of cuts down on work hours, I guess. You can't really do much of anything outside, so it's a bit better to focus on inside work. I'm sure you guys agree. So we're probably gonna tackle the cylinder, but most likely next year. As for the Harrow though, I'm gonna try to somehow bring it here. Currently it's not on my property, it's on the solar panel dude's property. And you know, it can't stay there forever, so you know, I'm gonna bring the guy here somehow, someday. maybe we'll use the wheelbarrow. But anyway, like I said, we're gonna divert away from equipment-based content at the moment and kind of do other stuff. But you know, before we go, the guy said that he's gonna come for a visit, and I figured maybe it's a good idea to test the other cylinder as well. Maybe that's screwed as well. Then we can get the money back for that. Also, hopefully it's not screwed. But I have to see if I have anything to put in there. Can't even grab it. Maximum effort. Just should go there. Yeah, look at that. Be able to hook it up. You can need some seals there though as well. Might be a bit too big though. That should work. Currently I'm kind of worried about the depth, maybe this is too deep. But you know, for testing purposes we should be able to get it to work. What do you think, guys? Is this one screwed as well? Now is the time to place your bets. Now for this testing purpose, I'm planning to use the old blue. It's gonna take forever to push that stock out, but it should still build up the proper pressure once the rod reaches the end. Then we can confirm if the seals leak or not. Or maybe the ram will fly out of this one as well. That would be pretty cool, right? However, we need to fill up at least one side of the cylinder before we start pumping. Now, the hydraulic oil capacity on the old blue is just well, maybe like half of what goes into that cylinder, so we're basically gonna pump that thing dry. By the way, guys, can you imagine how dangerous that actually can be? And what just kind of happened with the stock popping out? No, in our case, the stock was already broken, and it's just kind of popped out. Not a lot of pressure there needed. But now, just imagine if that thing is like not fully broken, there's a crack, and it just kind of releases at maximum pressure. Bro, that thing is gonna fly out of that cylinder like a freaking rocket. It can literally just kill someone, you know. So selling that type of thing to another is just like murder with some extra steps, right? Now the guy who sold me the cylinder, he said he bought it from another dude, so we can't confirm that, but I think I kind of believe him because he offered to give the money back. But still, screw whoever knowingly sold that broken cylinder to another person. That guy deserves to be in hell, or worse. This is the most exciting oil pour I've ever done. You just got to get flow right into the center so air could escape. There you go. About 7 liters and 20 minutes. Moment of truth. I'm gonna run away. I think we're good. Plus the ram looks really nice. I don't see any problems on this side. And yeah, nothing's leaking as well. Oh yeah. Yeah, this looks good. I don't see actually any dents or nothing on it. Not a single rust spot as well. I mean, there's one little tick there, but yeah, at least this cylinder is good. Good to know. Day and night difference, right? Between that and the other one. Good job, Mr. Blue. Guy saves the day every day. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap this one up now. When the guy shows up, and if he shows up, then I'm probably gonna do like a little update about that, if he showed up or not. But you know, as for this one, sayonara. I think that means goodbye. So, bye.